The package manager used by Debian-based distributions is called Debian Package Manager. Very surprising. It comes installed by default in all Debian-based Linux distributions, and the main command for managing packages is called dpkg, and the packages have a .deb extension. Okay, let's examine a package and let's work a little bit with Linux and with Debian Package Manager. First, I need to download a package. Sorry for the cookie settings. Here we are going to download a random package. So here I need to go to the software, so the software builder page, and here I have the option to download the package. It will be different for each software we need to install. So here I have the link to download the package, and remember that we need to pick the right architecture. So I have here the package. I will open this in the folder. I will copy this to the here to the folder where I will work. Okay, this is the package. It has a .deb extension, but it doesn't matter. You can have a package with a different extension, and the name of the package, it doesn't matter, because all the information about which application is going to be installed, all the files and everything is inside the package. The name of the package it's not important here. So let's examine the contents of the package. Here, this is like more or less like a compressed file. So I will open this with an application that allows me to see the contents of this. Okay, I can also extract this to a directory. Extract it here. It will extract it to a directory. Maybe it will be easier for seeing the contents of the package. So here is what the Debian package contains. It has, well, it's still extracting. Okay, I think it has finished right now. It has all this information. It has some directories. Here we have in this place we have the meta information about the package. It's gonna, and here we have all the information about the name of the package, the installing scripts and everything. And here we have all the files required by this package. For example, we have here in USR ser, we have the applications. We have these files are for adding the application to the menus, or we have here the icon somewhere. Here we have the icons of the application. We have different versions of the icon. Here we have the icon. Okay, this is broken because maybe it points to another place into the file system of the package. So here, the important thing is that here we have all the files needed by the package, and they will be extracted at the right directories. So for example, we have a file here in USR, ser icons, it will be extracted there. And here we have the information about the package. We have, for example, some scripts, the post-installation scripts, the pre-installation scripts, and the control files and whatever. You don't need to know the internals of Debian Package Manager, but it's important for you to know that more or less the general structure of what is a package and what it contains. Okay, we can examine this package using we're going to start, we will start to work with the Debian Package Manager command. Here I will increase the profile later. Maybe I can do it this profile preferences. I'm going to increase the font a little bit. It will be easier for the videos. We can examine the contents of the package with dpkg. This is the command for managing packets, the info option, and the name of the package. In this case, TeamViewer.dev. And here it will show us information about the package. And we have a lot of information here. We have it tells us that it's a Debian package, the version of the package. Sorry. Here, the version of the package. The name of the package is here. It doesn't depend on the name of the file. Some information about the maintainer of the package, the version, the architecture. Remember that you need the same architecture that you have on your system. If not, it's not going to work. And here you have another very, very important information, all the dependencies. Those are the libraries that until here, okay, all this part, okay, more or less. To run this application, we need to have all these dependencies installed in our system. We will come to that later, but those dependencies are not provided by this package. We need to install them in a separate way. Okay, some information, replaces another packages, the size of the installation, and the description. And this is all that information is contained in the same package. So how do we install the package? Okay, we use the same order. And another important thing here is that when we are using a package system, we have a database of all the packages installed in our system. So the PKG has somewhere in the system. It doesn't matter to us at this level of the knowledge we are seeing in this course. The PKG has somewhere a database with all the packages available and the states of the package. We will come to this later. So when we run a command, the PKG knows which libraries, which packages we have here, and it can know if the dependencies are met. So for example, if we try to install this package, this is done by using the install option and the name of the package, dep. It will try to install this. The first thing is that it requires a super user privilege. We can't install something in our system without having super user privileges. We will see that later in another unit. So we will run this with sudo dpkg install weaver.dev. Now we enter the password and it will try to install the package. It's reading the database. This is the database I mentioned previously. It's reading what packages we have in the system, what packages are available. Then it tries to, here is starting the application. And after some time, this is slow because I'm working with a virtual machine, because when you are working with system, you could break your computer. So I prefer to work on a virtual machine. So let's wait a little bit while this is installed. So it has finished copying files, and we have an error here. Okay, we have an error, and it's a dependency error, dependency problems. Okay, it tells us that here we can see that TeamViewer depends on another library. We have it depends on lib-zip1, this library, but we don't have this library on the system. So the package manager can't. It has tried to install this, but the application won't work because we don't have all the required dependencies. So we will see later in another video how can we solve that and how can we get some information and some more commands about of the PKG.